Hi, guys. It's tea time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a lot to talk about in a short time frame. So where do we want to start?
Go ahead. So you have an exclusive. Go ahead. Get right into it.
Okay, for those of you, I heard from an insider source reached out to me and sat down with me for 2 hours, over 2 hours. And this is a deposition that they gave about Luann's relationship with her son, Noel de Lesseps. What I'm going to be speaking on is going to be hard for some people to hear, and we have to put that disclaimer out here. This is talking about a not perfect relationship and a relationship that is jagged and fragmented. So I just want to make sure that we put that out there. So if anybody is uncomfortable with that, they can click off for right now. This person said, Luann's son said, when they joined the show, Noel was 11.
Ooh, okay.
Noel, and this person said that Noel said to him that his mom completely changed after that. The mom, Luann, was never the same. It was what she could do to be seen, what could she do to become relevant. He missed his mother. And this continued, and she became money hungry. She said the only reason he did the show, that she did the show, Luann de Lesseps did, was to further drive a wedge in her marriage because she knew the marriage was not going to work out. And according to the source, said...
Can I stop you there? So you're saying that she knew there was a problem in her relationship before the show?
Yes.
Okay.
And that the reason she did this was to get a contract or to have some money after the divorce because it was an ironclad. She got nothing. She really did get nothing in that divorce.
I know. Just keep going. It's so good. Go ahead.
More as this anonymous source, they've asked to remain anonymous, kept saying. Sorry, it's just so hard.
Just get it out. Yeah, it's good.
The further wedge came between Noel and Luann's relationship came when a trust fund for his college was supposed to be granted. He did not. She took that money and bought a home in the Hamptons. That was money, and they sued. It was dropped in 2019. The count had to end up paying for all of Noel's studying, but that was not in the divorce agreement. That's where it differed. They have not spoken since early 2019 together.
Wait, who hasn't spoken?
Noel de Lesseps to his mother, Luann de Lesseps.
Oh my God.
According to this source.
Since when?
Early 2019.
Go ahead. Whoa.
As their relationship continued to further away, she realized that because both Luann's children decided to become artists.
Okay.
She supported Noel. She supported Victoria much more than she supported Noel. Noel was seen as supposed to be the family heir apparent and to be different. Luann resented him for his choice.
Wait, I'm confused. Say it again. Luann resented the son, right?
Yes, for becoming an artist.
For what?
For becoming an artist instead of not going into business like what she wanted, to continue on the family's business adventures. Okay. But keep in mind, his sister, Victoria, did the exact same thing in becoming an artist.
When you say artist, what do you mean? Like an entertainer?
No, like a painter.
Oh,
like
okay.
Art, like an art form, like fine art.
Okay.
As the more and more they described their relationship, differing and driving a wedge, they realized how different they were from each other and how different their views are for each other. After his mother did not approve of his lifestyle choices and what he decided to become, she decided to take it out and not pay for his college. From this is what they said and what they believe. That because of his choices and to become an artist, that's why she took the money out of the trust fund.
Well, it was because I remember this a couple years ago. It's that she put the money towards a house or something like that because they sued her, didn't they?
Yes, the Count and Noel sued her.
Oh wow, this is family unraveling. Go ahead.
Again, as more and more they describe the relationship to be in turmoil, and for Noel to openly say he prefers his father. He sees his mother as nothing but as a too-big gold digger, and that was no more apparent when she decided to marry Tom D'Agostino.
He called his mom a gold digger?
A too-big gold digger.
Huh?
Yes.
They don't have, whoa. They've never talked about that on the show. Go ahead. I know.
No.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
And it just goes on to say that they do not have a good relationship, and they were just so that nothing was coherent or easy, and that it was very clear that Luann's favorite was and always will be Victoria.
So according to this person, there's a difference to the way she treats their children, and she likes the girl better.
Yes. Noelle is saying that she is not proud of him. That she said he's a disappointment.
Whoa. I mean, she's got some serious family problems going on here. Who knew? And even more worse is with her children. My goodness. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm shocked.
This is the first time I'm telling you about this, so I understand.
Yeah.
The more and more they go into describe it, I mean, this is 2 hours of a conversation with this person. I hope that's clear to everybody. 2 hours we were talking about what his mother did. The most prolific memory came in 2013 when their mother decided when Aston needed serious work veterinarian-wise that would have costed money because they didn't have pet insurance.
Okay.
She spent it on a brand new handbag, causing Aston the dog to almost lose his life. Aston was one of Noelle's closest friends because as a child, Noelle was treated differently because his mother being on a reality television show and seen as a little bit of an outcast because of their family's status.
So is it a fair statement for me to ask you, they don't sound rich. She doesn't sound rich. Is she not rich? She's not rich?
She's not rich after the divorce. She did not walk away from much. Keep in mind, this was in that restructuring period of her life when she really didn't have much besides the Hamptons home.
Well, why didn't she get more off the divorce? Was the prenup that good?
It was ironclad.
I wouldn't walk away. I would just let him cheat on me. I mean, my goodness. So she has money problems and relationship.
They go on to say just something that they said. The count filed for divorce, not her.
Oh, Luann. Jeez. Could this be part, just, you don't know for sure, of what led her to drinking? Is everything's like falling apart for her?
I would see that. I could really see that. I mean, coming off of a bad marriage, like a bad second marriage.
That's her second marriage?
No, to Tom D'Agostino. This is really when her life truly fell apart.
I mean, for someone to call their mom, I hope, and you're pretty sure that this insider knows exactly what he's talking about. For you to call your mom a gold digger, that's some serious relationship problems.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm shocked. This is my first time hearing this, guys.
Truly did, and I mean, what she goes on to describe is the father and the mother. So the count and Luann, Alexander and Luann. Their wedges were in between the marriage. Luann was seen as a party girl and not really spending much time with the husband, and her behavior at the point of the end of their marriage was so disturbing and disgusting, according to the count.
Stop again. I'm sorry. So you're saying she kind of wouldn't stop partying, and this is probably why things went in the direction that it did?
No, it was not like a partying. It was just like not paying attention to her family life after a certain point.
Oh, Luann, really? Go ahead. Sorry, I keep stopping you. Go ahead.
I believe this is just that I've hit all the major points, and we can see if we'll make another video about this later and see if this person would be different. But I mean,
how come, and this is strictly a guess, if you know this, I hope you know, they never talk about her family problems with her children or her ex, the count, on the show? Why don't they do that?
Because apparently it's in her contract that no one can talk about that. It was a toss up between her. They could talk about the drinking or the family problems, apparently, because they asked that same question. And this insider said in her contract, they gave her they have to pick one thing that's off limits, and she dictates what that is.
Well, let me ask you this: when her marriage was in trouble, and when that marriage was over, and she didn't get much compensation, why didn't she? What does that have to do with her spending time with her children? Why did she let that relationship? What do you think? Did she chose the limelight over her children? Is that a fair statement?
That is exactly what it sounds like. It seems
Luann.
like she's trying to find a career, and because, I mean, she was a former model. The only work experience she really had was the fact that she was a former model. And unfortunately, she's beautiful now, but she's really pretty. It's just,
Are you shocked that she's not such a good mom? That I hate to say that about somebody.
no, because I have two other interviews pulled up from Bravo Celebrities. The first one is from Kate Chastain, saying that Luann is just awful. I was on Watch What Happens Live with Luann de Lesseps. Chastain dishes in an Instagram Live, and we were 60 seconds, 30 seconds until going live. And Andy Cohen, being the great host that he is, said, "Oh, Luann, right when she had her engagement party on the yacht." He goes, "Oh, Luann, you just got a yacht. Kate works on a yacht." And I go, and she goes to me, well, I guess you're below deck and I'm above deck," she recalls. And then they were like, and we're live. That's Kate Chastain's report.
You're describing a not so nice person, a person that thinks they're better than. But how could she do that when you don't have much financially?
It's a personification. Again, this insider source claims that her title is nothing more anymore. She has no claim to it, and apparently she's paying the Count money to keep the title.
What? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, overload. She lost the title in the divorce, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to keep using the title, she has to pay the Count for it?
Yes.
What does the title bring you? More money? Like, why does she want?
Just so she can continuously to be called the Countess, not Luann.
It has to be probably 3/4, if not more, of her paycheck, because the only money that she is bringing in is Housewives and then this crappy cabaret show that cannot be pulling in that much. The cabaret, come on now.
Yes. I even have another interview that Kat Oman from my favorite show, The Real Housewives of Washington, D.C. said, she's a little bit more prolific, so I have to just read ahead and find important things to read. She goes, she had so creative, and Oman felt, that's her last name, Omani said she felt that Cohen brought on her only to humiliate herself in front of De Lesseps. She found De Lesseps to be arrogant, precocious, and trying to quiz me on Queen's etiquette, whether I know this or that, when that's just simply ridiculous. You don't know anything about etiquette, and especially British etiquette. You have no idea what you're talking about, Kat goes on to say.
Okay, woo! Over. First of all, let me just straight out say this. Andrew, you are kicking butt with these interviews, what you're finding out behind the scenes. I love the fact that you don't tell me until we come on air, because I could just, I'm probably thinking the same thing that the audience is thinking. Luann is not a very good mother, and she's really a materialistic person. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to Luann, you think? Okay, so Ramona's on the phase out plan. Sooner or later, we have to get rid of De Lesseps. She's been there since day one. She's old news. She has not established any kind of income outside of the Housewives, unless she goes back to that crappy cabaret, and that just doesn't pay all the bills. That's like a side gig, isn't it? Or does she bring in millions of dollars from her cabaret show, if you had to guess?
No.
I know. So what is she going to do for money?
We have no clue. Apparently, there's talks that she's working that she wants to go into an an older women's advertising one, but apparently that's not, that she thinks she's above that.
Whew. Not only does she have money problems, she has children relationship problems. You cannot fall out with your children. Anybody else, fine, you know how friends come and go, but children stay.
Family is forever.
Forever.
And that sentiment is lost.
If your own son describes you as a person that likes money, I can't even say it again. I won't say the word again. There's a problem. This is an emergency situation. You guys need to be in counseling. I would do every and anything that I could to keep a relationship with my children. And I do remember they did sue her for going in their trust fund or something like that.
Well, the college trust fund for Noelle's college.
Oh my, Luann, do you feel sorry for her?
No, I feel bad for her son.
Why?
To not feel loved by your mother, to feel that you were inferior or a disappointment. Heartbreaking. And knowing that your mother would rather spend time on her housewives show than with you.
And now she has this new younger boyfriend. Have you heard about him?
Yes, I have.
Like, you know, I feel like a woman of a certain age should stay in their own age group, but okay, you can go down a couple of years, but decades, I don't know. This is bad. I think that I see Luann one day just really hitting a wall. I don't see how she's going to, sooner or later you have to accept the fact, unless she keeps trying to get rich men, if that's her plan. But this is a disaster, Andrew, and a disaster waiting to happen. Oh, yeah. Listen, you are doing a good job. You are kicking A and bringing us some great exclusives. Of course, expect for this to get copied because this is good information that not a lot of people are talking about. Luann sucks.
The person who I talk to, I can guarantee you won't talk to everybody.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing an amazing job.
And the worst part, crazy part is we have 2 other things to talk about today.
We do. Go, tell me. Let's do Kim next.
Okay. So Don't Be Tardy. I think even Bravo forgot about them because, okay, we see it. We've got Bravo come on. Okay, they decide to put it on. Bravo comes on 13 days after. So we have right here episode 5 of Don't Be Tardy for the Party came on October 27th, 2020. Then Stuck in Middle America, episode 6 premiered on November 10th, 2020. When was so we noticed they were gapping, and let's go over the ratings for that episode. Episode 4 had 0.40. Episode 5 had 0.40. Episode 6 had 0.47. Those are some of the lowest numbers recorded in Bravo.
They're not airing the season the way that they normally would, which is it comes on one day a week. They're skipping weeks, and because of the ratings.
November 10th. Okay, it's November 30th. It came on 20 days ago. 20 days ago.
Why won't Andy Cohen? So we all know Bravo's taking the hit. Why wouldn't Tardy for the Party be the first thing to go? What is he doing?
Well,
is it because his friend with Kim?
Because they already have 8 episodes. Because they've already prepaid for 8 episodes.
They
still have to air them. So they have to give Don't Be Tardy for the Party like a bad one.
Listen, you know how I feel about it. I heard that they were going to cancel it a while ago. Good riddance. I don't know why they're hanging on to it. It needs to go.
And Andy's been sucking up to Kim because he's going to have to fire her soon.
Oh my God. At least it'll make Nene feel better.
Oh, yeah. They'll have 2 fired buddies.
Okay. What do you know about Vanderpump Rules?
That the cast are worried that they haven't resumed filming.
We've been saying it's over. How come Bravo isn't stepping up to the plate and just saying that it's canceled?
Because Bravo can't deal with fan backlash. That's the problem Bravo does. They can handle, so like when Sutton didn't know what Fenty was, they left her on her own. They were like, they'll feed you to the wolves. But when it comes to a mistake they make, they can't handle it. They just
Do
can't
you think
handle
there would be fan backlash if Vanderpump Rules got canceled?
it. I mean, last season was so unwatchable, but just like,
I mean, but oh no, I can think of another reason why he's not. Because what is Lisa Vanderpump going to do? So he's probably giving her room to decide what she's going to do. I'm still calling it. Everyone thinks I'm some kind of nut job. She's going to return to the Housewives. I just don't see it. She's not going to Vanderpump Dogs that no one's watching. Who cares about the dogs? I think they're giving Lisa Vanderpump time and space to make it seem like she came to her own conclusions. And they just closed another restaurant, you just told me, right?
yes, they just called. They're people are saying that Pump is closing.
Huh.
Which because trucks were coming in with furniture out. I mean, we're having awful numbers from these housewives, awful numbers everywhere. Bravo, and apparently a little birdie at Comcast told me Comcast is thinking about selling Bravo because Comcast owns NBC. NBC owns Bravo. I've said this before. They're trying to find a way to make Bravo profitable, which it's not big.
This is so huge. I don't think you realize what you just said. They're thinking about selling it because the ratings suck. Oh my goodness. And then they put all their eggs in one basket for Salt Lake City. And why isn't Salt Lake City making it? People are
Well, it's a bad time slot, and apparently Andy says it's not going to be canceled because they know they have a winner. But if it gets 0.40 in viewership numbers next week, because it went from 0.79 to 0.66 to 0.54.
Why is he acting like this is a big hit? What part doesn't Andy get? He feels that if he just sticks with it long enough, it'll become a hit.
No, it's going to be I think Andy will know this show's over when it has 0.30, which could be 2 episodes away at this point, everybody.
God. Andrew, you just brought the best tea ever. Oh, and then the last point. What do you know about Faith Stowers?
Apparently, she is getting a brand new reboot. She's going to get her own kind of Vanderpump Rules spin-off show. And it's going to be, apparently, I've heard it may go on BET, but do not quote me on that. These are rumors, and apparently people are bidding for it right now. They like the idea.
Well, I heard that they were going to cater to a Black audience.
So it would make sense.
Maybe that's why BET. So how weird is that? Okay, so Faith slept with Jax to get a spinoff. No, to be a part of Vanderpump Rules, but it took Stassi calling the cops on her for her to get her spinoff so many years later. And then Vanderpump Rules, it's on its way out, but Faith is on the air. Isn't this weird? Like,
Right.
life is crazy.
Faith. I mean, Faith was good. I can't believe.
Okay, I mean, if you call her good, I guess she is. This is crazy information. Listen, you're doing an excellent job. And the thing that I am praising you for is you love getting information and you're doing it. And unfortunately, people are copying you.
Yeah.
I know, but this is good news because we never hear about Luann and her relationship with her children ever. I don't think they even come on the show anymore, do they? I don't
The
remember.
last time they premiered on the show was at Luann's Christmas cabaret show at the finale of RHONY 2 seasons ago. The last season that Bethany Frankel was on.
And they used to come on the show often when they were smaller, but it feels like she doesn't have any children anymore. They show her going out on dates and getting all these different men, but they don't show her life in a relationship with the children. Or the Count. Does she still have a relationship with him? Because are the children over 18 now?
They both are.
Okay.
There's no need for a relationship at this point. Apparently, according to the last time their conversation was how it was about money. All they could say the last conversation between the Count and Luann was about money.
This is bad, Andrew. This is bad. Let's see what the people in the comments section are saying. This is bad. Thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Tracy.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, that is great.
LVP return. Don't you think that? Oh, it's taking up you. Don't you think that LVP is going to go back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
I agree. I fully agree.
I totally agree.
I just agree. The stars are all in a line. This is bad yet. I've been sitting on the phone with the source for 2 hours yet. dating. It's a dating form, same as Ramona. I said that an episode or two ago. Ramona is using that show as a public dating form. Wow, and Luann's doing it too.
And one more question for you. You said you don't feel bad for her earlier. Why?
The way this person gave me this information, and there are 3 sides to a story: her side, his sides, and the truth. But from the other conflicting reports, all saying the same thing, that she's arrogant and that she is not a maternal figure.
This is
there's some people who are not cut out to have children, and I hate to say it, maybe Luann wasn't one of those people.
That's a powerful statement, but I guess the evidence speaks for itself. We don't see her children hardly ever on the show, so I have a feeling it's true because I do remember them suing her for taking money out of there.
I have a picture, in fact, of Luann this Thanksgiving. The only child, Victoria, is the only Victoria and Luann's sister are the only 2 people who came to Luann's Thanksgiving.
Ay. This is bad. Do you think she realizes what's going on here? Does she realize that she has damaged the relationship with her children?
She does, and the only thing that is left for her to do is to hide it and conceal it.
Well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just try to fix it?
Because Luann knows it's past the point of fixing. Luann.
Oh, no. Really, Andrew?
This person's deposition that they gave me was horrifying, to know that a mother could treat their child this way. In a non-abused way. Like this person was not abused, but the treatment of the child was wrong.
I'm going to ask you guys in the chat, is anyone surprised that Luann is a bad mom? Because as crazy as it sounds, I'm shocked. I don't want you to call me dumb, but I never seen her children on the show, but I just didn't question it.
Someone says due to the virus that people couldn't have people over. Her daughter came, and so did her sister, and they did not live with her. 3 people out of 3, only 2 people came. I'm so sorry.
Someone else is saying she's not a bad mom. You guys don't know the inside information that we know. Someone said they seen season 1 that she was a bad mom when her son begged her to stay home. So she just likes to hit the streets a lot. This is bad. This is bad. A couple more comments and then we're done. You guys let me know in the comment section. Does anyone agree with me and Andrew that Vanderpump Rules is a done deal? Luann always had someone taking care of them. That's true. We've seen that with our own eyes.
That might be.
They were on their first couple of seasons. She looked like she was in touch with all their activities. A baby on the way. Listen, what about that? On season 1, she did seem more involved. But according to this insider, not even season 1.
Not even. This person said, and we saw this on the show, it would come to almost every single night that Noelle would beg for his mother to stay home, for his mother to spend time with her. This was the most heartbreaking part, and I didn't even know I was going to say this. When Noelle was 11 and he begged his mother to read a bedtime story, but she couldn't even do that.
All right, this is powerful information.
That is so sad. I feel like I hope it's coming through. I truly feel for this family after hearing this information.
Yeah. It's this. Yeah. And like I said, it's the most important thing in life is your family.
Families forever.
Luann, I hate to say this, but please, Luann, in a very humble way, do better.
Yeah.
Just do better. All right, you guys. Listen, I want you guys to thank Andrew in the comments section because he's doing an excellent job with these exclusives. Thank you so much. I'm going to thank you. Also, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this revelation that Luann is not such a good mom? What do you guys think about Vanderpump Rules? I feel like it's going to be canceled. Are you guys happy that Faith got her own spinoff? because that's all she's been dreaming about for years. What else is it? And then Kim Zolciak. Are we ready to pull the plug? I am.
I'm standing in front of the electrical socket at this point, waiting for Andy.
So you guys let me know your thoughts on all of these topics we just discussed. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. Again, Andrew, you are doing an amazing job breaking these exclusives and just simply put, getting stories that the rest of us aren't. So congratulations. Also, I want to thank my moderators, the Mod Squad. Yeah, thank you guys for jumping on last minute. Don't forget to leave those comments in the comments section. Andrew will go and check some, so will I, and we'll respond to you guys.
I read every single comment. My YouTube is Andrew's Lifestyle, so if you guys see that, that's coming from me.
Okay, good. All right, guys. All right, Andrew, on 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye, guys.